sea of pain, for he that grace and grace. I know the Lord. And the better do the God. He will roll the sea away. Then forward still to Jehovah's will. Though the billows dash and sway, with a concrete tread we will push ahead and roll the sea away. Look here now, man. Sickness comes, he will roll away. He comes, sickness away. He roll the sea away. He roll the sickness roll the sea away. He roll the sea away. He roll all the sickness away. He roll all of the bill they repair. He roll the sea away. He roll the sea away. He roll the sea away. He roll the roll the sea away. He roll the sea away. Roll the sea away. Roll the then forward still to Jehovah's will. Blow the billows dash and spray. With a concrete tread we will push ahead and roll the sea one more time. Then forward still to Jehovah's will. Blow the billows dash and spray. With a concrete tread we will push ahead and roll one more time. Lord, he roll the sea away. He roll the sea away. Roll the sea away. Problem come, he roll it out. Sickness come, he roll it out. All the come, he roll it out. All the problem come, he roll. Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus, somebody else say, Jordan roll, Jordan roll. Oh yeah, Jordan roll, and do thy work thyself. Me say roll, Jordan roll, Jordan roll. To heaven when I die, people hear the Jordan roll. Take it up. He roll the sea away. He roll the sea away. He roll the sea away. All of the problem roll up. All of the sickness roll up. All of the bill them roll up. Everything problem. Yeah. He rolled. Hallelujah. Glory. Thank you, Jesus. Whatever you face this week, forward still. Whatever mountains come in your way, forward still. Yeah. Whatever, even if you buck out to war, forward still. Disappointment come, forward still. Woo. And if another pastor fall, forward still. After another pastor we are follow. We obey with pastor, but we are follow Jesus. Forward still. Woo. Young people, walk holy, make the right decisions, walk right, walk holy, Ramandosia, Rakandarabasiondarabosa, walk holy, forward still, it's Jehovah's will, though the billows dash and sway. With a concrete
Life.
Yes, comrades! Youth and youth! Undecided voters! PNP coming again! So tell your neighbor, tell your friend! Green man I ride with like mule, and I take the nation for fall! But we have a new name for him! What the name? Him name Eli! Bangarang! Oh, we tired of the labor pay! The drive across the bus and the country going down the drain! Yes, we tired of the labor pain. Poverty of us we shut and we going insane. Why? Eli. At the new name for the bus driver. Eli. That's all you hear from every corner. Eli. In name a ring throughout Jamaica. Eli. On a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, on a Friday, on a Saturday. Two time on a Sunday. Eli. Hear this. Eli tell we say him a go build up the country, put money in our pocket and end poverty. Promise the farmer them a go drive SUV. No him crash the bus, him a blame PNP, but Eli is a rookie driver. Him cannot run Jamaica. Him fi go sit down back in the harbor. Him too lion out of order. Oh, we tired of the labor pay. The drive across the bus and the country going down the drain. Yes, we tired of the labor pay. Poverty of us we shut and we going insane. Eli. At the new name for the bus driver. Eli. That's all you hear from every corner. Eli. In name a ring throughout Jamaica. Eli make big promise to teach a nurse and police. Promise to give them big salary increase. Promise jobs, more jobs and good economy. But no him crash the bus, him a blame PNP. But Eli is a rookie driver. Him cannot run Jamaica. Him fi go sit down back in the harbor. Him too lion out of order. Wanna remember this? Eli from a party new on the scene. Swear say him done with the garrison and the green.
I'll never go back to that.
Him tell the country now him greener than green with no credibility. Eli at the new name for the bus driver. That's how you hear from every corner. Him name a ring throughout Jamaica. Eli is a rookie driver. Him cannot run Jamaica. Him fi go sit down back in the harbor. Him too lion out of order. On a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, on a Friday, on a Saturday, 2 time on a Sunday, 1 o'clock.
For I want to go to heaven when I die. We go here when Jordan goes. Get something and wave it. 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 Grab a rock 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 and wave it. Come now, wave your hand. Wave your hand. Wave your hand if you love the Lord. Wave your hand. Wave your, yes, wave your hand if you love the Lord. And me say roll, Jordan roll, roll, praise him like you just don't care. Just praise your God, because you know what he has done for you. Just give him praise. Rock and praise him. Dance and praise him. Wave your hand and praise him. For I want to go to heaven when I die. We go here when Jordan. My God, David was one of station, and I hear these musicians playing. Give God glory, musician. Tell them, play a little David. Play a little David. Play me David. Play a little David. Yes, play me David. Play a little David. Yes, play me David. Play a little David. Me say roll, Jordan. Me say roll, Jordan, roll. My God, Church of God this evening. God is good. Yes, God is good. God, for I want to go to heaven when I die. We go here when Jordan. Come now. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to walk right in there. Me a go walk right in there. Me a go walk right in there. Me a go walk right in there. A river Jordan a roll. 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 Roll river Jordan. Roll river Jordan. Roll river Jordan. Roll river Jordan. Roll bank to bank. Roll bank to bank. Roll bank to bank. Roll bank to bank. Let the deaf man hear, and the dumb man talk, and the blind eye see, and the crippled man walk. Roll back to bank, roll back to bank, roll back to bank, roll back to bank. A river Jordan a roll, a river Jordan a roll, a river Jordan a roll. A river Jordan. I feel like praising. I feel it when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want rock and praise it, boy. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Boy, river Jordan a roll. People make you roll, make you roll. Boy, a blessing make you roll. Yes, a blessing make you roll. Boy, are your blessing make you roll. Yes, are your blessing make you roll. For I want to go to heaven when I die. We go here when Jordan rolls. Somebody shout and praise to God.
All right. Partner draw. Partner draw. Andre. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. In the two for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. In the two for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the parliament. Set a rat trap in the two for the rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the two foot. Set a rat trap in a FLA. Set a rat trap in the 2 foot rat. Then set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the 2 foot rat. Then set a rat trap in the school. The one them where teeth to pit in them money. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the judiciary. The one them where take money under the table. Set a rat trap for the lawyer them. Set a rat trap. Take the people money and take them land title. And them not get no title. Hello? Set a rat trap. Partner draw. Partner draw. Andre. Hello? Hello? We said we set a rat trap in the church for the one them we are thief the offering. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. We must catch them. Set a rat trap in the tax office. Set a rat trap in the 2 foot rat them. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap. We said we set a rat trap. Andre. Oh my God. We are suffering in Jamaica with the corruption. Jesus Christ, you can't get them. Set a rat trap down on the wharf. set a rat trap for the, what they call them? Set a rat trap down on the wharf, man. Yes? And set a rat trap in the airport. Hello? Hello, you know, say I'll hear Jamaica bankrupt, but we don't know where the money go. Set a rat trap, set a rat trap. Set a rat trap with the two for the rat, them set a rat trap. Set a rat trap in the entertainment. Hello? Set a rat trap in the entertainment. Set a rat trap. I'm saying set a rat trap. The those who are do contract killing. We must catch them in America, in England, and in Canada. Set a rat trap to the one them with Jamaica. To the two for the rat, then set a rat trap. Hello? Set a rat trap. We must get them. Tear off the cover and expose them. Set a rat trap. Alright, sir. Set a rat trap. Must get them.
Good night, Jamaica. Good night to the globe. Welcome once more to PDTV News Jamaica. It's an intense and interesting night ahead, Jamaica. It's an interesting and intense night ahead. But where do I start? You might ask. Where do I start? Do I start with local news, or do I start with what is happening in the international arena? Where do I truly start, Jamaica? I don't think I want to start international just yet. I don't think I want to start with the international news just yet. But when I think, Jamaica, about the discussion about the National Housing Trust, the discussion we were having last week, I think it was Thursday, about the National Housing Trust, once again has taken precedence, because it is so difficult for young professionals to purchase a property in Jamaica. It is so difficult for young professionals to purchase a property in Jamaica. But I want you to listen to this news just now about young professionals and them wanting access to the NHT. Listen to this, Jamaica. Listen to this story.
10,000 students graduate from Jamaica's top 4 universities annually. The majority of graduates are young professionals like Lauren, who after finding a job, aspire to buy into one of the many apartment complexes now being built in Kingston.
There has been some in the Waterloo area that I've seen that's pretty decent. You know, they're pretty.
Pretty on the eyes, but also pretty costly. The average price of a 2-bedroom apartment jumped from $28 million 3 years ago to over $40 million today on average. So I'm currently standing at 7 Devon Road in Kingston, just across the road from where the Halo luxury apartments will be. Construction is still underway. It's the dream of many young professionals to be able to afford somewhere like this, but the cost is prohibitive. Prices at the Halo complex range from $40 million for a 1-bedroom to $50 million for a 2-bedroom apartment. Lauren had this to say.
Hearing the prices kind of deter you from wanting to try. When you compare your basic salary to what it would be to acquire a home, it's kind of a turn off, I would say.
Other young professionals feel the same way. I met Brianna and Michael at Devon House, a stone's throw away from the Halo complex.
My salary isn't high enough to try and get a house anytime soon, even with a partner. It feels very difficult, as well as getting a mortgage. Like, just for something in the 30 mils, I'd be having to pay like 200K or more depending on the deposit, and it feels impossible. That alone is more than my salary.
They mainly cater to persons who are of the higher echelon in terms of income, and they tend to buy these houses and then hold on to them, so the regular professional just coming in, they don't have the income to buy the house straight out. It causes a lot of people to feel like there's no chance of us in Jamaica as young professionals to earn enough to be able to own a home and escape renting.
The government has admitted that there is a housing crisis. A national housing needs assessment showed that Jamaica has to build 15,000 new units annually to keep up with demand from its growing population. But only about 11,000 new units are being built. The National Housing Trust, or NHT, which was established to make home ownership easier and more affordable, provides loans to first-time home owners. $6.5 million Jamaican dollars is the maximum a single contributor can borrow from the trust. The people we spoke with do not think that is enough.
Even after partnering with somebody, you'd have to take out an additional loan. And even after that, you'd have to go seek financial assistance somewhere else. Then I think there's more to be done and more can be done.
Realtor Winroy Williams says as long as the demand continues to outstrip supply, prices will continue to rise.
Demand is great, but to add to that, the cost of construction, the cost of labor, the cost of all the input into the final product. Now, is this justified? I'm not so sure if it's justified, but the fact is, prices are what they are.
Mr. Williams believes young professionals need to start approaching home ownership differently.
One, do what you can with what you have. If it means you had an idea to buy a 2-bedroom, 1 bath in Kingston, and based on the price, you cannot reach that price, one option, partner with somebody. That's one way. Another way, buy where the money affords you to buy.
In April 2024, the Prime Minister announced a revised First Step housing program to address the housing crisis. The National Housing Trust will be building 1-bedroom apartments in or near urban centers, especially as starter homes for young professionals. People like Lauren, Brianna, and Michael may finally be able to buy one of the 11,000 housing units coming onto the market every year.
House a build, but people can't buy. House building. But who are these houses being built for? Who are these houses being built for, Jamaica? The housing market is really not being, the market, Jamaica, is there, but it's not for the local natives. It's for those people in the foreign lands to come and, the Chinese and the Indians. I've always spoken to Jamaicans about the process called gentrification, Gentrification, because when a government go tell you, say, if you borrow 6.5, me if you borrow 6.5, another must come borrow 6.5, if accumulate, if reach to that amount. And then you now go through the NHT, you have to go through the bank, if you get additional. And when you cannot pay back the bank, the house go upon one a forfeiture or whatsoever them say, don't it? Foreclosure. And then the house auction and all of the bangarang start. But when you think about it, I wish somebody could find that clip in the last prime ministerial debate when the prime minister said he'll be producing 70,000 housing units. He promised Jamaicans 70,000 housing units. Let us do the maths now. Them said them produce 11,000 yearly. 11 times how much more? 4. So him don't reach not even 50,000 at the unit them, you know. Him don't even reach, I don't even think him reach 30,000, Courtney. And if them don't, oh, somebody say 200. Hey, I want to know, man. I want to say him reach 200. No, I'm never talking about the social housing project, man. We're talking about the NHT, the housing.
70,000.
Him did say I'm going to do 70,000 houses. But I can't recall Jamaica. If at least 30 or 35,000 of those housing developments were done. But this is a serious situation for many young professionals. Me say, as I speak about young professional, a nurse reached out to me and she said, Andre, me a ball out. And I said, why you a ball out, nurse? She said, Andre, me a look for a piece of land. Talk to any one of your students and see if them have no land. She said she go from Avondale to... She said she will reach out St. Thomas and ask if nobody a sell no piece of land. Anybody out there a sell a piece of land? Me know a nurse who says she willing to buy a piece of land. But it have to be reasonable. Anybody out there, the nurse has said, teacher, me a beg you, me a ball out. And me say to myself, say, when a nurse can ball out, it's really bad. Because a nurse should have been on the list of priority persons to get housing developments from the government. Police a ball, teacher a ball, nurse a ball, firefighter a ball, soldier a ball.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus.
So we really need help, Jamaica, because when you think about it, it's really bad. When I think about it, Jamaica, and I'm hearing the cries of the Jamaican people. So we're crying for housing.
Water.
We're crying for water, and we're certainly crying for road.
Yeah.
Today there was a major demonstration on Walton Park Road. There was even the and I'm telling you, it's not one set of taxi drivers bawling out, Look at the taxi drivers on Walton Park Road today. Look at the taxi.
If the road fixed today, tomorrow NWA dig up the road. And them just throw some mall in there, them now fix it back. We are asked for the relevant authorities to come now, today, because we're not leaving today. We're not going to work or put our service back on the road until this road is fixed. We're not moving. So the relevant authorities, we're asking, please and thanks to come to our aid today.
I know the funny thing about this, unless we forget it. You remember a couple of years ago they introduced a special consumption tax on gas. And that reason for that special consumption tax is to fix the road. Where is that tax allocated now? Where it gone? They said it was supposed to fix the road. Is it being used to do something else? No problem. But what about the road? Why neglect the road? That is my concern. Why neglect the road? And they tax it twice. So what happened to all those money that being allocated? Every day gas sell. Every day gas sell. And taxi and bus operators buy the most gas. So you are telling me where's those millions of dollars that is allocated on an annual basis? Tell me, where does it go? Sewage is unbearable because the drain is blocked, the sewage is overflowing, and the road right now vehicles are stuck in it. So we are asking the relevant authority to see what they can do to resolve this problem. We understand that we have sore foot everywhere, but we need to sort out through one as Jamaican. You understand? It's not about the J or the P. is about fixing the problem that we have right now. So if you notice right now, the cars they are turning off to the Eastwood Park Road because they have no other alternative route. Walton Park Road is in a bad condition.
Walton Park Road in a bad condition. Them say I wish for dumpling shot there.
Yeah, don't mess up. Terrible.
I was impressed by the interview of the taxi driver, weren't you?
Intelligent.
I was very impressed by the way in which the taxi driver spoke just now. Weren't you impressed by the way his reasoning ability? Listen to them again, Jamaica. Listen to them again. Listen to them.
If the road fixed today, tomorrow NWA dig up the road. And them just throw some mall in there, them now fix it back. We are asked for the relevant authorities to come now, today, because we're not leaving today. We're not going to work or put our service back on the road until this road is fixed. We're not moving. So the relevant authorities, we're asking please and thanks to come to our aid today.
I know the funny thing about this, unless we forget it. You remember a couple of years ago they introduced a special consumption tax on gas. And that reason for that special consumption tax is to fix the road. Where is that tax allocated now? Where it gone? They said it was supposed to fix the road. Is it being used to do something else? No problem. But what about the road? Why neglect the road? That is my concern. Why neglect the road? And they tax it twice. So what happened to all those money that being allocated? Every day gas sell. Every day gas sell. And taxi and bus operators buy the most gas. So you are telling me where's those millions of dollars that is allocated on an annual basis? Tell me, where does it go? Sewage is unbearable because the drain is blocked, the sewage is overflowing, and the road right now vehicles are stuck in it. So we are asking the relevant authority to see what they can do to resolve this problem. We understand that we have sore foot everywhere, but we need to sort out freeway one as Jamaican. You understand? It's not about the J or the P. It's about fixing the problem that we have right now. So if you notice right now, the cars they are turning off to the Eastwood Park Road because they have no other alternative route. Walton Park Road is in a bad condition.
Walton Park Road and all of those roads. You heard what the taxi man said? The special consumption tax was designated as a means of collecting funds towards the fixing and the maintenance of the roads. And he asked a question today. The SCT, the special consumption tax, where is that money? I can't tell you. You know want me tell him where the money is? You don't really want me tell him Jamaica? You don't want me tell him where the money is? I never said him road maintenance fund. The special consumption tax Jamaica. You don't want me tell him? Hi. It possibly is in. It possibly, could it be? I want to ask questions because I don't want to have to come over here and apologize. Like, hey, Lord God. I want to know, man.
Don't apologize.
Help. We here.
Know what you're saying.
I have to be careful, you know.
Know what you're saying.
Very careful over here, you know.
My goodness.
But you see, Jamaica, could it be could it? Or could it Jamaica? Because I don't want to say nobody have no money. I run up and down like a KCC. But could it be Jamaica that the funds are in a special bank account?
All right. Partner draw. Partner draw.
Because it says a special consumption tax. So it must be in a special bank account. And I want to know if those special consumption tax that is in or possibly being in a special bank account. I am wondering, Jamaica, if those funds are on the stock exchange. If those funds are on the stock exchange. And I wonder if it is not on the stock exchange. I wonder if it is in bonds agreement or government paper. I wonder if it is in government papers. Remember a particular minister before he left, and went off to merry lands in Washington. Used to love to do stocks and bonds. And used to love sell out and say, oh, we have to take back. And him love to, Jamaica, that special one who decided when the ship is sinking not to. But then they will argue that the funds are in the consolidated fund. But that is the problem. When everything in the consolidated fund and a bag of that. When everything mixed up in the consolidated fund, how are you going to secure the funds from the special consumption tax? And what are the special consumption tax doing? But I leave that argument for now. I leave that argument for now. Because I turn it up little Jamaica. But as I turn it up, we have to also reflect. We have to also reflect that Barbara Gale is hundreds come for her funeral yesterday, The amount of people who came out to celebrate Barbara Gale yesterday was nothing but amazing. And I say that to say, Jamaica, look at all who reflected yesterday at her funeral, including the DP.
Scores of people showed up at the Thanksgiving service to celebrate the life of Barbara Jennifer Gale, a brilliant journalist, caring mother, supportive friend, and jovial neighbor. The 77-year-old retired journalist was killed at her home in St. Catherine on December 17. The office of the DPP has indicated they would be seeking the death penalty for Travis Ellis, the man charged for her murder. DPP Paula Llewellyn, who is also a friend of Ms. Gale, spoke at Sunday's Thanksgiving service.
Fortunately or unfortunately, I remain the director of public prosecutions, and it will be my indictment that will pilot the process throughout the administration of justice that she loved. And I can hear her saying to me, Paula, I know that you will be fair. And in honor of Barbara, all of the resources, our acumen, our legal skills will be put to make sure that justice is done. But part of our DNA will be that we will be fair.
Other members of the legal fraternity were also at the service, describing Ms. Gale as a consummate professional. Barbara Gale, who began working at the Gleaner in 1968, was mostly known for her coverage of court proceedings. Senior Gleaner reporter Jovan Johnson recapped some of the many issues she tackled with her pen.
Her series in 1993 on the Privy Council's Pratt and Morgan decision involving the death penalty. In 1991, she led the reporting on the Supreme Court's decision that then MP Pernell Charles did not get a fair hearing before the Jamaica Labour Party informed him that he would not be considered as a candidate for the next elections. Before wiretapping took particular focus earlier this century, Barbara in 1990 did stories that raised questions about the constitutionality of telephone wiretapping. Barbara was there in 1989 to give a first-hand account when, as she reported, terror struck in the Home Circuit Court when a desperate prisoner, within seconds of being sentenced to death, pulled a knife, stabbed and disarmed a policeman, and fled the courtroom.
Her church community and neighbors also remembered her as a kind person who was always willing to give a word of encouragement while sharing a joke or two. Ms. Gale's daughter, Dr. Allison Williams, recounted one of her many acts of kindness.
While I was growing up, there were many people whom she took under her wings. She would help them by asking them to do jobs she could have easily done herself, only so she could pay and help them. When some people shunned a man she knew because of his terminal disease and unsightly skin condition, she surrounded him with love and helped and supported him for years and through his last days.
Barbara Jennifer Gale, gone but not forgotten. Her work and impact will forever be etched in history.
It's very unfortunate what has happened to Barbara Gale. It's very unfortunate. But there's an attack on our women in this country, particularly our senior citizens. Last week we spoke about the nurse who is 72 years old, who was raped and murdered in St. Anne. And we have heard no further leads. And I'm saying that to say, Jamaica, the way in which society came together to solve Barbara Gale's situation, I am not hearing the society, not even these members of the legal fraternity, condemning the act that happened to the nurse, the retired nurse, and saying we're going to be doing all we can to bring the killer, the people who murdered the nurse to justice. And I am saying, Jamaica, the said approach that was taken to solve a Barbara Gale's murder is the same approach must be taken for every Jamaican. The same approach that was taken to solve Barbara Gale's murder is the same approach that must be taken. The same approach that has been taken to solve Barbara's murder should be the same approach taken to say we are going to apprehend the person who murdered Jermaine Richards. But apparently, it reminds me of a particular book. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. And when you think about it, Jamaica, I'm saying yes, let us deal with the perpetrator who committed this heinous act against Barbara Gale. But what about the nurse? And as I talk about the nurse, there was another teacher who is 70 years old who was attacked this weekend. A woman, Jamaica, attacked a teacher and stabbed her 7 times. 7 times, Jamaica, because the teacher failed to cooperate with the woman to write a particular report. And the picture of the woman is circulating, but you're not hearing in the news that people are saying, we need to find this woman. And I say that to say, Jamaica, whatsoever is done to solve a particular crime, equally, they said resources, they said efforts, the same passion should be applied to resolve those issues for other cases. Do you agree with me? If you agree, you can agree. If you don't agree, you don't agree. But when I think about the situation, I said to myself, this is very bad.
What can go so?
And as I say, what can go so tonight, Jamaica? It is said tonight that Spanish Town once again is intense. It is being said tonight, Jamaica, that Spanish Town tonight again is tense. It is said that police killed one of the right hands to Daddy, or what them call him? Daddy Badness. Police have murdered or killed another one who is said to be a right hand to Daddy Badness. And I am saying, is what really they go on? Yes, Jamaica, they have killed another one. What them call him again? He has been murdered, Jamaica. And then, you know, the member of parliament going to come out and say it must be business as usual tomorrow, you know. The member of parliament going to come out tomorrow to tell you all, you don't know him and the people must come out and it should be business as usual. You remember when Tickman got murdered? You remember her response? I wonder if they can remember. You can find back the response of Babsy Grange to when it happened. But I want Jamaica to see another young man. They said that you said them do the cleaning house. Meet thy judge or meet thy maker, you know. Meet thy judge or meet thy maker. And it's not one alone. I hear that the police kill another one. Must in Linstead today, you know. So it's two the police kill. Plus another one in St. Mary, you know. Plus them say them kill one who them last week where them say him was the mastermind behind Naya's death. And when I think about it, Jamaica, I said to myself, these are some serious times. These are serious times. No. And when you hear it, the situation, you say, I really this a go on? Yeah, that a go on. I really wanted to show you the picture of the young man who was murdered. I don't know why it is not showing, but the young man wasn't. I want to find him name. It's what them call him. Them give me the name, you know. Hold on, let me get the. That what I want your name, Tickman. And not Tick him with the name Tickman. Tickman dead what day, yeah. But I am telling you, Jamaica. I'm telling you, when me see this, me say to myself, say, This is too much now, you know. It's too much that is happening in the country. And in other news, a woman was found in a barrel today in West Kingston. Oh, them call him crushed bread. Them call him crushed bread. Mighty God. Or them call him Bay Boy. So crushed bread or Bay Boy, whatsoever them call him, he has surely met his maker. No. And when you think about it, you say to yourself, are we really going to this country? A woman was found in a barrel today in the gully at West Kingston. What could have that woman done for her body lifeless found in a barrel? Have we really gone back to that sad state? But then, when you think about the amount of femicide, the amount of killings that are being happening to our women, isn't that right? It certainly can't right. It can't right, Jamaica. Women being murdered. Police are killed. Left, right, and center. Everybody them kill them say. But I am going to say this to you. And I am saying to you, Jamaica, that the more you press on the people is the more they will become resistant. And when there is resistance, I remember in history there was something called what? Resistance and revolt. I am going to say it again, Jamaica. Where we are today and where we are tonight, if it is that you continuously press the citizens, because in the mind of the citizens, these are the people who look after them. These are the people who are their caregivers. These are the people who make sure that they eat. And when you turn on them, there is only one remedy. It is called resistance and revolt. And I am saying, Jamaica, you just killed. Oh, you don't want another one to raise up, so you're just wiping out all who could possibly take over, or you're wiping out all who possibly, because remember there was an argument that they believed that the one other was going to respond to the thing, you know, and nothing has been forthcoming. Nothing, Jamaica. And see there, the young man murder. The young man murder. And then if the people decide that them going, there is something say, where you know about pressure bust spike. And all I am saying to those who say that them understand community intervention or understand policy or understand people. If the people love these two men and you decide that you take them out like that, you remember somebody came on this program and them said them would die for politician. You have people who will die or will dead for their breadwinners. And if you don't know anything about Garrison, if you know anything about Garrison's Jamaica, these are the people who look out. These are the people who look out for many of them. So when you attack their institutions, be prepared. Be prepared. And I am not endorsing revolt. I am not endorsing revolt. But I'm saying be prepared for what is to come. Because that level of pressure, that level of attacks on communities, I am not being a criminal sympathizer. I am not being a criminal sympathizer. But the truth is the truth. And when you think about the truth, Jamaica, when you press something like that, less than a week or two, oh, I still don't see why the picture has not been uploaded. I really don't know what is happening. I really don't know what is happening. I really don't know what is happening. Let me take a break for birthdays. And when I come back, Jamaica, we get into domestic and international politics. Let me take a break now.
Say goodbye to pain. If you suffer from arthritis, sciatica, say goodbye to pain. If you suffer from arthritis, sciatica, fibromyalgia, muscular, back, hip, knee, headache, and sinusitis, then Dr. Brown Arthritis Joint and Remedy Oil Pain is the answer. Listen to another satisfied customer.
Hi, I wanted to let you know that I've used this arthritis joint and remedy oil, and I tested it out with Chester a couple of times because I have a knee that's been driving me crazy. It hurts so much. And I put this on and walked around for a little bit, and I thought, okay, I'm really liking this stuff, and would absolutely recommend that you try it.
Enjoy life without the pain. It's just a rub away. Visit our website or contact us at 917-557-6204 and get this amazing remedy oil.
Auntie Claudette will make your Valentine's a memorable gifting experience. Get your teddies, gift baskets, and more. We hand select and source each item to create the perfect personalized gift for your special someone. So, unwrap your gift of love this Valentine's Day. Let's love more, shop more with gifts straight from the heart. Every purchase is a passion. Shop the language of love from Auntie Claudette. Call us at 876-426-2281 today. Happy Valentine's Day, shoppers.
Yes, Jamaica, welcome back. Welcome back to PDTV News Jamaica, and happy birthday to everyone who celebrated a birthday. And remember to get your pain oil. The pain oil is very efficient. The pain oil is very, very good. When my grandma called me and she said, boy, Andre, we need one more of them oil there. I said, Mama, she said, and she put it on her foot, man. Mighty God. Yes, Jamaica. When she say, Andre, it bad. Me say, Grandma, she say, yes, it's bad. And the bad in a one good way. The bad in a one good way. So, and remember, for those who wants to advertise, I have a few advertisement slots. So you can reach out so that we can talk about the costing. It's very fair. It's very fair. It's very reasonable. And I have a large viewership. Some of the channels them might not even have 2,000 people. If you know how much them will cost you for do a ad on them platform. And me, come on, Jamaica. Support. Remember to support my gold right here on the program tonight, Jamaica. Remember to support my goal right here on Super Chat, etc. And let us keep it going. But as I talk tonight, we must be careful how we speak. We must be careful, Jamaica, what we say and what we do and how we speak. What am I speaking about? Here is Clifford. Here is Clifford, Jamaica. On the same tweet? Only don't say what him.
Clifford.
Is what name Clifford Smith?
Yeah.
Mr. Vegas?
Oh.
Yes, that one. You Clifford, yes, man. Only don't hear what Clifford do and what Clifford said.
Come here, Cliffy.
I don't know. I'm having some major glitches. Thank you, Mandy. So here, he had to come out today publicly, and he had to say, who named so? Clifford. I never, yeah, man, Clifford. Hold a second there. Let me find what he said, Jamaica. Hey, Clifford. What is happening with my phone? Just a second. Did I not add it? Yes, I added it. Attention. I would like to publicly apologize publicly to Dayton Campbell, Dr. Dayton Campbell, for any unflattering remarks I made or have made about him at any time. I confirm that I do not have any information or facts, Lord Clifford, about any improper behavior or activity regarding Mr. Campbell. Therefore, I apologize for any such allegations that may have been made. Clifford Smith. Hey, Mr. Vegas. Ha! You hear that, Jamaica?
Let me say.
Only hear the apology. Attention. I would like to apologize publicly to Dr. Dayton Campbell for any unflattering remarks I may have made about him at any time. I confirm that I do not have any information or facts about any improper behavior or activity regarding Mr. Campbell. Therefore, I apologize for such allegations that may have been made. Hi! Jamaica, this not safe. Jamaica, this certainly not safe. When you hear me say, it no safe. So you ask me, what was Dr. Dayton Campbell's response? And listen to Dr. Campbell's response, Jamaica. I think it's very important that you listen to Dr. Campbell's response. Or what propelled Dr. Campbell to reach to this level?
Shots fire over one station and them tell lie, say me. Them say me make it happen. Now them a come tell lie about me misallocate money. I don't work a parish council. I don't have no standing for instruct no parish council, so I can misappropriate anything. Any boy or girl will say so. Me and them are going courthouse, starting with Mr. Vegas. So Mr. Vegas, you better die, do and take away yourself and pay up some money because you cannot escape this one.
Me not say nothing more. I'm not saying anything more. Jamaica.
As a teacher.
Me need to know what I'm saying.
I say alleged.
Me need to know what I'm saying.
What you say? Misuse of funds. So Mr. Campbell accept apology then?
I don't know if
you accept it.
Dayton accepts it or not.
What problem if you do that? Yeah.
What?
You make Mr. Campbell ignorant though.
But all I can say to him, that's why I'm a come about anything that I said. Anything that I said here. I said to myself, say, them people are. But him and Dr. Campbell will deal with that. Him and Dr. Campbell will deal. Clifford. Good night, Clifford Smith.
That's Smith.
Clifford.
You know, drink the water with them drink.
We certainly don't drink the water that you drink. No, I don't know what is happening, but I can tell Jamaica that me, if you look and deal with Clifford, me, only listen to what Dr. Campbell say again.
Shots fire over one station and them tell lie, say me. Them say me make it happen. Now them a come tell lie about me misallocate money. I don't work a parish council. I don't have no standing for instruct no parish council, so I can misappropriate anything. Any boy or girl will say so. Me and them are going to courthouse, starting with Mr. Vegas. So Mr. Vegas, you better die, do and take away yourself and pay up some money because you cannot escape this one.
Clifford, leave music for take up politics.
Long time no hear me no sir.
Clifford, leave music for take up politics. I rather that him go try find back no, but you know he need for the follow the rhythm and surely take away himself. Him surely need, him is a messy affair, Jamaica. And me not talk about, me not call him Mr. Vegas tonight. Me calling him Clifford. Clifford Smith. Clifford Smith, you're a messy. You fall right off, Clifford. You fall right off. But there is a thing about the cliff, you know. The cliff, those who have the cliff, them the name start with cliff. Jamaica, the cliffs. Them always end up over a precipice of injustice, a precipice of cronyism, a precipice of nepotism, a precipice of biasness, a precipice of bandulism and tax evasion. Yeah, man, the cliffs. Right over the cliffs of evading taxes. Yes, Jamaica, them always heading over the cliff. But it's something, and you know, them have a particular feature, you know. Yeah. Them have a common characteristic. Them have a common denominator and a common characteristic. But you think I go and deal with that? I leave. Common character. Them have a common denominator. A very common denominator. Una call it no? Una call it me not say Jamaica. No Jamaica. I wonder if I can go all over market. Whoa! I never say nothing, Courtney. Now come say nothing over here. Don't come over here with no mix up. I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't want those innuendos. Not wanting those innuendos over the ear tonight, Jamaica. But where do we go and how do we deal with this? So that is one of the things that is happening. And as you are aware, the Prime Minister business partner has withdrawn the lawsuit against the Integrity Commission. And you ask yourself, certainly, what can go so? The Prime Minister business partner has withdrawn the lawsuit against the Integrity Commission. The Prime Minister business partner has removed the lawsuit against the Integrity Commission. But in all technicalities, he had no case. It was just people riling up and people getting on. And ask yourself, Jamaica, He had no choice. He simply had no choice. But I wish that the case could have, this one that is to be named in October, I wish the judge could carry up the case in June, July, before the elections. And as I talk about the elections, people are saying, I told you all, students, I read this script a long time ago. When everybody said teacher election, when people are saying teacher elections going call March, we're in February now. You see the Labour right, them do no campaigning pan road.
None at all.
As we speak, the Labour right, them have one only pass over there. Them want to get rid of them general secretary. There is war right now in central Clarendon because Feda wants seat and Mike Henry say now get the seat. Up a Carl Samuda, up a Eastern St. Thomas, in a Western, in a Eastern Westmoreland. All over, piece of passa. One heap of passa go over there. And you ask yourself, when will they be able to settle? When will they be able, Jamaica, to put things together? No time soon. So, if we are to go into what we believe them going to, probably they're not going to call no election between now. But I can tell you, me can tell you Jamaica. No, me not see it happen no time soon. But it's interesting what is happening in the political landscape. Let us turn to the United States right now. USAID, USAID, literally has shut down. Elon Musk, Jamaica. I never know say so much power I have, I literally never knew that Elon Musk had such powers. Elon Musk, with the support of President Trump, has literally shut down USAID. Listen to what Elon Musk says about USAID. Listen to this tonight.
What we have here is not an apple with a worm in it, but we have actually just a ball of worms. If you've got an apple that's got a worm in it, maybe you can take the worm out. But if you've got actually just a ball of worms, it's hopeless. And USAID is a ball of worms.
That was Elon Musk, the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, talking about USAID. Now, local civil society organizations, which are directly funded through the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, are pondering the future of their operations after news came today that the agency is on the cusp of being shuttered by the Trump administration. The blow comes days after the U.S. government ordered a 90-day pause to all foreign aid pending a review of efficiencies and consistency with Donald Trump's foreign policy. That decision has already negatively affected the aid groups, with many contemplating how staff will be paid and their continued function. Among the civil society groups in limbo are E for Life, Jamaica Aid Support for Life, Rise Life Management, and the Jamaica Network of Seropositives. When contacted for comments, the groups indicated that they have been placed under gag orders since the Trump administration's announcement of the foreign aid pause. However, former ambassador to the United Nations Curtis Ward says the move by the Trump administration raises numerous questions. One such is if the president is able to change the operations of USAID through an executive order.
We expected, based on the provisions of Project 2025, that the USAID would be recognized not as a soft power part of U.S. foreign policy, but to coerce governments around the world who benefit from USAID to bend significantly to an America First foreign policy, meaning supporting President Trump's policies across the board.
In the meantime, attorney at law and public affairs commentator Dwight Bernard says there seems to be no clear direction for the Trump administration as it relates to foreign policy.
I'm curious to see how they continue along this line, because I noticed that both Israel and Egypt still get to keep their aid while they review everybody else's aid. So I'm just want to see where their direction they are going and what is the end game, because I think that what I'm seeing is that it is changing by the day. There is no clear objective, there is no clear direction. They're just making it up as they go along.
O'Shane Masters, TVJ News.
What a thing. What a thing, Jamaica. A billionaire. This is like the PSOJ take over the government of Jamaica, you know, and lock down the government agencies in Jamaica, you know. And when I look at this, it looks like Elon has more power than even the senators in the country or the members of Congress. And when you look at it, he went as far as to close down the office, you know. Lock out people out of the office, you know, Jamaica. Lock out the security and put them on leave, you know. This is very dangerous precedence that is being set, you know. And when you say to yourself, what is really happening? Jamaica, it is going to get, I don't want him shut down even the computer system, you know. So you can't, you know, you're not getting for access and your work. Nobody can do that, you know. Think about it, Jamaica. You hear how much companies in Jamaica are organizations that are being closed down? I don't think you all heard. Did you hear how many organizations being closed down? Eat for Life, Jamaica Aid Support. So all of those programs and initiatives. But I don't think we even understand how many other programs outside of that the USAID has had impact on in Jamaica. Are you aware about the social intervention programs in Jamaica? The USAID recently donated in September 470 million for youth intervention programs in this country. All of that have to pause. All of that pause. Money can't spend. So you imagine Jamaica, of all of the countries across the world that USAID supports those programs in different countries. In all of Africa, or most of Africa, in the Caribbean, which youth benefit program, I don't know. I want to show you, Jamaica, the information. Let me read it for you. Let me read it for you. key USAID projects in Jamaica, launched with an investment of 470 million. See it here, Jamaica, may I read it? This initiative aims to empower young Jamaicans to build youth-friendly systems, providing skills training and fostering community engagement to transform lives and community. It also supports victims of violent activities. In partnership with the government of Jamaica, USAID has invested significantly in violence prevention and protection efforts. This project focuses on providing trauma services to survivors and enhancing multi-stakeholder coordination to support victims effectively. Jamaica Energy Resilience Alliance. The initiative aims to expand. These are all the things, you know. So all of them, something when me I explain to you, them me a cut. All of them program here Jamaica cut. So we are talking about energy efficiency. We are talking about support for victims of violent situations. We are talking about the youth empowerment activity. Now, want me show them more? We are talking about farmer-to-farmer program funded through the U.S. Farm Bill. This program provides technical assistance to Jamaican farmers, agribusinesses, and cooperatives. It promotes sustainable empowerment, sustainable economic growth, food security, and agriculture developing by leveraging the expertise of U.S. volunteers. Continue again. The Disaster Risk Reduction Program. USAID risk reduction efforts in Jamaica aim to minimize the economic impact of natural disasters by encouraging and enhancing the country's resilience through capacity building and resource mobilization. So, Courtney, me not talk about just health services with the HIV program and the PET program we are talking about. We are talking about tonight, Jamaica. Farmers affected. Energy reduction affected. Youth initiative affected. Violence prevention affected. Violent people of domestic violence affected. So when you think about the serious implications of this, you know, we're budgeting a problem, you know. Our budget is in serious problem, Courtney, because if they are getting 400 million for youth targeted initiatives, who going to fill that $400 million in the budget? Who going to Jamaica? I have named 5 initiatives. And on top of that, initiative, Jamaica, you're talking about the PEP program, the PrEP. You're talking about people who get HIV medication, you know. You're talking about testing of syphilis, gonorrhea, and all of that wiped. All of those funds wiped Jamaica. And you ask me tonight how serious it is. Let us look at there is a mass demonstration happening, you know. There is a mass demonstration happening right now, Jamaica. Look and see what Jamaica, look and see what the people are saying in America. This is really bad.
We can now report that the Trump administration will be delaying by at least 30 days those.
And what you must ask yourself, how many of these programs were ever funded or fulfilled? How many of these programs were funded or fulfill. See it here, you know. Elon
Privileged billionaires who don't give a damn about America and Americans should not be making decisions that put Americans at harm.
We don't have a fourth branch of government called Elon Musk.
Elon Musk may get to be dictator of Tesla, but he doesn't, and he may try to play dictator here in Washington, D.C., but he doesn't get to shut down the Agency for International Development.
This is all a smokescreen, a shell game, in order to turn this government over to a handful of unelected billionaires and corporate interests, and we are not going to let them do that.
Can you play back that for me, please? Play back that for me.
Privileged billionaires who don't give a damn about America and Americans should not be making decisions that put Americans at harm.
We don't have a fourth branch of government called Elon Musk.
Elon Musk may get to be dictator of Tesla, but he doesn't, and he may try to play dictator here in Washington, D.C., but he doesn't get to shut down the Agency for International Development.
This is all a smokescreen, a shell game, in order to turn this government over to a handful of unelected billionaires and corporate interests, and we are not going to let them do that.
We are not going to let them do that. Here is somebody saying, listen to this person. Andre, you're going to disagree. We're going to disagree on this one. You're not being objective or exercising a macro mindset when discussing the current political climate in the United States. America, like Jamaica, has its own issues and deficiencies. Former governments aimed at looking after everyone else outside the United States when our own people are in dire need. As powerful as we are, the United States have a growing debt as well. Therefore, something has to be given to reset and stop the bleeding. There's been too much waste. We couldn't and wouldn't run our household nor our purse like we expect the United States to do for the world. Think about it. Hear it. Similarly, you're very passionate about obeying laws and following the money in your Jamaica. Yet the United States shouldn't do the same. Andre, it was getting out of hand. Free cannot continue to be free to everyone else except for those contributing to national funding. Be fair and balanced. Other countries need to learn to be more self-sufficient. Follow the stats and the facts. Elon Musk is the head of Department for Government Efficiency in the Trump's cabinet. So he's combining it through wasteful spending. That's his department. Why? All me gonna say the person who saying that's not look like them have a heart. So me gonna ask, if it is that on a claim say the US have basically perform fiscal prudence. So why them still do aid to Israel? If you, dearest beloved, me always come back, you know, for Likone, you know. You're saying that is fiscal prudence and them have to basically clean and balance the books as the auditor you are. So why is it then that them still support Israel campaign? Honestly, where I'm coming from and the Egyptian campaign, I just want to know. I want to know that argument tonight. But when I think about it and the amount of people who are being affected, the Jamaica, I want you to go and do your homework. Do your homework tonight and think about it. of how many people's lives are going to be affected. How many people will not be with it, won't have a job? Already Jamaica. When I think about those 4 programs in the Ministry of Health, then here is the Minister of Health saying that everything. Listen to Tufton tonight. We want to listen to Tufton tonight. Listen to him, Jamaica. Listen to Tufton tonight.
We are not going to stop our programs. What we will have to do is, because all of them are important programs, they speak to the health and wellness of our population. So whether it is HIV or even the assessments that needs to be done to keep us on track, we will have to find a way. So if it has budgetary implications, and those budgetary implications, the source of those budgets have to be moved from one source to the next, then it's something that we'll have to do. So we are now in a budgetary cycle, and some of those conversations will also include that. The reason why I'm speaking in such kind of generalized term is because it's still an unfolding event. The team have been asked to do an assessment, and we're not just doing it as health, we're doing it across the government. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Minister John Smith, is a big part of coordinating some of that. So I think we will have a much clearer picture, either in terms of the re-engagement of dialogue or in terms of the alternatives. And that will unfold in the weeks, I would think, and certainly the months to come.
The person said, Andre, I have more than a heart. This is about fiscal responsibility. And I said someone has to give. We cannot help everyone, Andre. It's economics and limited resources. Means there will be a shortfall somewhere. But when you think about all of those unaccounted funds over the years, you know, some of those unaccounted funds should be able to help us, you know, or should have been able. Remember, in the Ministry of Health, you know, it's so much billions them did say unaccounted for. No, not 30. $700 billion.
700.
Unaccounted for. So when you see and hear about these things, ask yourself, the government should have been practicing equally fiscal prudence in Jamaica and be preparing for stormy days. The government should have been preparing for stormy days. But no. Everybody did not go into these coffers. And in truth, Jamaica, I'm going to say something that is truth. Many of these people who get, hey, I wonder if I go there, go there, Courtney. I wonder if I must go there.
I apologize.
Me not gonna need to apologize because I'm gonna rub some can tonight, you know.
Come on.
You know why me go there, say teacher go there. You know why me go there, Jamaica tell teacher go there. Jamaica. Many of these programs that are funded through international grants and aids. You see, if audit ever run, hey! If audit should ever run, only now ball out with me. Audit should ever run. Pan some of them program there.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus.
Jamaica, who by Hardy? Who by also international funding program? It's not let me they talk, you know, Jamaica coming one of them business, you know. Who by Jamaica? Who by Benz? Who will take trip Go yes, so that's Lord God Jamaica.
What can go so?
So when they think about it, when you think about it, Jamaica, hey, judgment. So nobody would want to say, but Jamaica, if audits were to be run, see them seminar balancing them, me have to talk for two sides. Don't so? Because people, bread and butter, go get affected. But you have people who also equally abuse grant funding. And nobody wants to talk the truth that many of those initiatives are abused. But in truth, Jamaica, you have many of those programs, if audits were to be run on them, you, if you hear some of the story who buy idea, who give them man or woman, project who give who contract for do this and all, know the contract no do, who keep.
All right. Partner draw. Partner draw.
So when I am talking, run the audits here. And this is what I'm saying. Jamaica people are going to be affected. You know, I'm sorry about those people who are working at the office. You know, the little people who are the cleaners, the receptionists, and them are do the thieving, you know. And them when they up at the top, the managing directors and the program developers and the program specialists, the advisors and the technical this and the technical that and the technical. It's just the truth. It is just the truth. And many of them, is who this call me. Yes, hello.
Andre,
yes.
I know you're talking because, you know, when you started the point, I almost disagree with you. Elon must realize that these leaders in the countries are taking the grants for their own benefits. And we have been talking about this on your program for a minute.
Yeah, but here is the argument. I don't believe Elon. If Elon is going to be, if Elon is going to be in charge of the program, he should be making recommendation. Him should not go in an organization and shut it down. And that's what I agree with.
I agree, but I've been telling you that even in the Ministry of Education, when they get the grants, they're right there, so the biggest scam going. So all those monies that they have been getting to supply the country, and that's where they have been stealing the monies from. So the people, they have been listening, you know, the algorithms going to them, you know, Andre. Even when you talk, it goes to them, you know.
And as I am still saying, my brother and friend, Elon should not have the power to shut down organizations.
I agree, but I consider it to be a reset to monitor the
even if it is going to be a reset, his role should technically and solely be advisor. He should only sit as an advisor. He should not have the power to go in and lock down.
So my question is no. My question is to the Jamaican people and the government now.
Would you want Leaching to go around in this country locking down government entities?
Them not lock it down. Them are thief the people and money.
What my point is, would you want a Michael Leaching to be going around in Jamaica and saying that him get the permission from Master 28 to lock down and shut you out of this country? No, he can say based on findings and recommendations, this and this and this and you remember what them call the public sector transformational unit?
Yes,
So-
I agree
So
with that
if you,
point.
so therefore Elon Musk should be advising the president. He should be giving technical expertise and advice, but he should not have that power that he imagine, if Elon Musk can do that, what else can Elon Musk be able to do?
I agree, Andre, but what I am saying
No. I am going to shut down that argument.
Andre, what I am saying is all those monies that been sending to Jamaica for aid, right? The question is, what the government are going to use now, right? They should be able to take care of the country. Trillions of dollars missing from Jamaica, Andre.
No, it is not missing. They say it is unaudited.
Andre is missing and unaudited nothing. That is
No, caller. They said that the money is unaudited. I go into what the minister said. I don't want a lawsuit over here. Yeah, I don't want to apologize.
Men then come at me because I know them do them system. I know all them do them system. They have been robbing the country so much. So me go see what go happen to them now with all of those aids we cut and no hungry kill Jamaica.
Well, them have you know where them going to run to now. You know where them going to run to now.
IMF.
No, not the IMF. I see them have meeting with IMF today, but them going to run to the snake. The snake.
Listen,
yeah, man.
Listen.
What else is the solution? That the only option right now is to take Chinese aid.
And it is sad. Because the reason why they take the Chinese aid, because they don't want to stop thief. If they stop thief, the country can run, Stop thief and the country can run. You don't need aid. You do not need aid. The country can run properly. Stop writing checks. I want to not sell on a friend. When a friend come to sell the hospital them some goods, want to send on a brother and sister them, I make them write up big check. It would make it board member them sign off and write up big check for their friend them and the whole of the money just go towards them. Whole of the money now spread wide amongst the people of Jamaica. Stop friggin' thief the money of Jamaica and the country can run.
Well, if you're going to put that argument, you have to put that argument across the globe, because you see, nepotism, cronyism is equally not just in Jamaica. They're all about, but it's really systematic, endemic in Jamaica. All right?
That's where I'm talking about Jamaica.
Thank you. I have to take another call now. God, I would this call me on private now. Hello, caller. Good night.
Good night, Andre. Let me tell you first my thought. One, America is broke.
No, Lord.
I'm going to be short. Firstly, America is broke. Secondly, they have to close down these departments because what happened? They're trying to see how much money they can save in America right now. Remember, they printed a lot of money and sent to Ukraine. They printed 170 billion. They said Zelensky said he only got 71 or something like that. I read yesterday. So therefore, they are broke. Thirdly, countries like ours have to go through a little separation. That whatever they push out at us now, after this, then we turn and say, okay, we'll accept it because we want the aid. Have a good time.
Lady, what you say? So but lady, do you know much programs and people in this country going to be affected?
When you suffer now, right? If they come and say they want X and so from us, then because we feel that we are suffering, we will just sign and accept it. Think about it actually.
All right, caller. I hear you loud and everybody want to add a perspective tonight. Hello, good night.
Good night.
Yes, good night, caller.
I agree with Elon Musk 100%.
And what is?
When those monies are sent from the US, governments and technical bureaucrats steal those monies. And you put out a scenario that says, suppose Mr. NCB were instructed or asked the head of state to shut down certain institution, what would be the consequences? But the situation that occur with that man from the bank is more dangerous than if he were to ask the Prime Minister to shut down certain institution because he facilitated hundreds of millions of dollars in transaction. And where those monies come from, we don't know. We only can suspect that those monies are government money. People of Jamaica.
Okay.
So it's time now for those who stole billions of dollars to fill the budget. They can step in now and fill the budget for USAID.
Who you say must fill the budget? The Prime Minister?
Yes, the man who has a whole lot of bank accounts with billions of dollars in it, because the tree alone run through so many hundreds of millions 4 years ago.
Hey!
Can you imagine the amount of billions in it now in 2025?
Oh, Lord!
Yes. And the real estate empire can be liquidated in cash to put towards those programs.
Oh, the real estate was established. Hey!
Yeah, the empire.
Oh,
President Trump is giving us some clue, you know, saying people of Jamaica, I am providing the platform. Take action now and put in these guys in custody.
Hey!
Take back your money from them.
What you say, Carla?
Yes, yes. That is the intention of the U.S. government. They want to cut corruption in these third world countries. Jamaica is not even a third world country anymore. It's a pariah state.
A pariah state, that not sound safe.
Because it's inundated with corrupt activities. And we can see our politicians have gotten so rich that they have enough money to provide 3-4 generations to come.
Oh, Lord. So them set up them children and great-grand.
Yes. It's time for the Financial Investigation Division, MOCA, the National Intelligence Bureau, to assist the Integrity Commission to take these guys into custody. And seize their assets and put back the monies in the hands of Jamaicans.
So you say they must freeze the Prime Minister assets and take it around, give poor people?
Among others.
Hey!
President Trump has set the platform. It's we as Jamaicans now should act on it.
I hear you loud and clear, Carla. Thank you for your perspective. Hey! No, that is a serious... No, Miriam.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the...
Good night, Mother Miriam.
Andrea, good night, Papa. Listen, this is my take on this. This whole thing with Elon Musk? It is wrong because none of us will vote for Elon Musk to be in the position that he's in. However, it is happening underneath our nose. But Andre, you know why I think this is the reason why they do this? The problem is China is in too much control of the Caribbean. So when they pause this funding, it's a way to try to gain back control. But they're kind of coming a little bit too late because watch this that they're doing now, he only giving Chinese government leverage to step in, because after this nobody's gonna trust them anymore now, because the Chinese already dominated the whole Caribbean and all of these countries that they was already giving aid, the Chinese already dominated them. So American coming in now to use that strategy by using Elon Musk. Elon Musk might think he's the smartest human being, but Andre, China does not publicize their wealth. In China, if you have certain amount of car and house and you flash it on social media, they take it from you. So we are always thinking that Elon Musk is the richest man, because America is not the richest country on earth. So when you look at the strategy that they are using now, they are only setting up themselves to be fake. Let me tell you this, Andre. America will never ever come back from this, because no one is going to trust America again. Because like he said, Donald Trump said the other day, and Elon Musk, they have a problem with this BRICS money that's coming in. It's a way to control the people. And at this point, they are coming a little bit too late. And like I said, when Elon done with America, their reputation and everything.
But look like he's setting up himself to run for the next president.
But he can't run for the next president, Andre, because in order for you to be a United States president, you have to born here, and Elon must come here as an immigrant.
Oh,
Elon must
Lord.
come to America.
So, oh, President Trump nah send him away. Oh, him not illegal. Him a billionaire.
You understand what I'm saying? And Andre, let me tell you this. You see, all of who making them nice saying immigrant must go home, a lot of these immigrant, Andre, contributed billion to the undocumented.
Yes.
People contributed billions to America. I forgot the exact number. It's like, oh, we'd have a TRN number. It's a tax ID number that they obtain. When you obtain a tax ID number, you can buy a car, you can buy a house, you can open business. When you get a social security number, your tax ID number transfer over into a social security number. Andre, if you give an American right now a picker, just put them out in the field to bend down to pick some crap. They're tired, they back hurt, they can't do this, my hands is going to get dirty. Andre, let me tell you something. Famine is about to come. I was reading Revelation, I think it was 19 the other day, and Andre, let me tell you this. Don't be surprised if these people that they are getting out of America now, and everybody think it's something sad, it's God saving his people from the destruction that lies of us. You see, he's making war with both Canada and both Mexico.
Yes.
Where America gonna be run? I want.
Well, as you have realized, Miriam, he has backed up. He has paused now.
You have to back up, Andre? Andre, in Mexico, I saw they were showing it on, I think it was CNN. Egg is very cheap in Mexico. In America, a dozen egg, Andre, that used to be for less than $1, is running you now $7, $8. For a box with 18 eggs, you're looking at $15. Andre, let me tell you this. America is not an independent country. America is a dependent country. America gets 70% of the oil from Canada. America does not depend on, America is not an independent country. What Trump is saying now, Andre, about build back America, he comes a little bit too late. China is way too ahead of this game, Andre, for them to think they can ever catch up, because, Andre, Americans are lazy. They don't like to work, and that's the truth. They don't like to work. They don't. So all who think, so what Elon Musk is doing, when this show that is gonna happen, Andre.
Let me read. Thank you, Miriam. I want to read this. I have to read this. Listen. I don't agree with a previous responder. They need more information to understand the real effect of the reduction in those funds. The USAID budget is 1% of the total federal budget of the United States. In auditing and financial decision making, there is such a thing as materiality. Although that amount is huge, although that amount is a huge amount for us and the rest of the world, it doesn't shake the US budget. You hear that? It's equivalent to $20 you give to the man on the roadside, or even less. There is some amount of waste in the use of funds are put into the programs here in Jamaica, chiefly arising from the corruption of employees. Yes, in Jamaica, you always said here tonight, Courtney, if you should ever run an audit on some of the programs in Jamaica, is trouble. Hear what the person say. I've investigated 2 persons under the HIV program, under the Ministry of Health, and found fraud. But a large scope of things, the aid for HIV program goes a far way to help. I've not seen any evidence of government abusing those funds. I don't know about the other aid funds that come in. Anyways, Andre, that is just a little of my auditing background. The person's, Lord God. A fraud in the HIV program. Mighty God. You remember me I tell you, them call them fan and friend and give them how much contract? Hello, caller, good night. Students, so much on over here. 5 hours, bless up the super chat and nice up the program, no man. Nice up the program and make we ball out. Hello, good night, caller. Welcome.
Good night, good night. I heard you just read something from a person that sounds like he or she did an audit somehow.
Mm.
And I wholeheartedly believe what that person said, because I have gotten information like that from people who work with USAID on the inside out.
Yes.
However, as someone before that person said to you, the money that USAID give out to international people is less than 1% of the US budget. So that money, even if it's missing, it's not shaking the US economy.
Oh,
what is happening is much serious than just shutting out international aid.
Yes.
Because what Elon Musk is doing, like the Democrats are doing something bigger on the behind, just like what the Republicans are doing with Elon Musk and everything right now. It's huge, and I cannot say it on this platform, but it is huge. The Democrats have picked up on it, and they are working on it on the behind. They have filed a lawsuit in the federal courts to stop all of this nonsense, and I am going to explain it to you more in a text what is really happening on the inside. Because that thing with China and Canada and Mexico, what Trump did and backed off today, that was all a show. It was just a show on the outside controlling the media for people to be steered and viewing on the wrong thing, so he can have his people working on the behind to profit themselves and fatten their pockets.
Profit who and what?
They're profiting themselves and fattening their pockets.
Who that?
Oligarchs.
Oh, the oligarchs.
Elon Musk and the rich people, they're profiting themselves. So what is going on with Canada and Mexico and China is just a show for the media to focus on that, so they can be doing their camaraderie on the backside. It's bigger than that. And the Democrats know what they're doing, and I'm going to explain it to you. I can't say it here because I am getting it from the big donors and funders and lawmakers from the Democratic side, and I'll tell you what's really happening with Elon Musk right here.
All right. Thank you for that perspective. Wow. One final call and hello, good night.
One final call and
Good night, caller.
Yes, good night. Good night.
Respectfully, can you turn off the thing in the background?
Yes, respectfully. I'm far away from it.
No, sir. Even if you are far away from it, it still sends a thing in the production. And if you can't do it, me have to go end the call. Guys, when you're calling the program, each night I'm going to say again, the feedback is strong. Please to turn off the program. When you're finished, thank you, Alice Green. Anybody else want to bless up the super chat tonight? The program is so nice. You know, enjoy the program. Hello, good night, caller.
Yes,
can you swiftly make it?
No, sorry about that, Andre. First time caller, but I always listen to your program. The whole situation with Donald Trump and the Dodge and Elon Musk, it's just a hoax and it's just a smoke screen, because most of America's wealth is in the top 2% of the country, because the last time that Trump was in power, he gave $1 trillion worth of tax cut to the top 2%. If America wants to manage their economy better, they need to tax the rich people and stop pressuring the middle class and the poor.
Okay.
As it relates to USAID now, you cannot do any chicken business and fraud business with USAID money, because I've worked with programs with USAID from the program start till it's finished. They're auditing you, they're going through everything. So no corruption business can go on with that money. right from start to finish. That money has to be spent, or it is supposed to be spent. So when you don't have to listen to people that tell about how
No, caller, I know first-hand experience what I'm talking about, but I can't be explicit in what I say, because if I be explicit, you know, say people are gonna say backside. But I can tell you, I know people in those programs who have become millionaires out of it. Is not me not talk about the little people them. Me I talk about program developers.
Big people, but I'm saying yes, you have some big people who do these things with design programs and take a lot of cuts out of the money just to design of the program and the project design and all of that. We know about these type of people.
Anyhow, but I know where I'm coming from, but I can't be explicit in it. You hear, my friend? But thank you for calling. God bless you. Yes, hello, good night.
Hi, good night, Andre.
Yes, caller, good night.
I don't believe in what Elon Musk doing. That is foolish.
Okay.
Everything that he's doing, I want the USAID to support other countries that is social foolish that affect a lot of people. I used to work with Jamaica Aid Support for Life, and they support them big time because there's a lot of people out there who can't afford meds and stuff like that, depends on those companies.
Yes.
Help and stuff like that. So whatever he's doing is wrong, and that is totally wrong.
So you believe that it really affecting the social programs in Jamaica?
It's going to affect a lot of people. It's going to affect a lot of people. I know a lot of persons, as I said, I used to work with Jamaica Aid Support. A lot of people out there, young people who can't afford medication and stuff like that. Depends on those companies. For them, depends on medication from those who want help. Sometimes people want food. Those are the companies who support people who taking meds, get them food, everything.
Wow.
It affect them. I don't think Donald Trump is the president. I think Elon Musk is the president.
Oh, you think it's Elon Musk the president of the United States?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's Donald Trump. But this man can't have so many control over things that he can shut down things and affect other people who really depend on the US for support.
So you said Donald is pinky and Elon is the brain?
Yes.
Hey!
I don't think he is the president. I think this man is the president using as a front burner, as Donald Trump as a front burner.
But you know, though, that over the years, there is something called the puppet and the puppeteers.
Yeah, the puppet and the string,
Politicians most times are considered puppet and a string. I'm not saying that President Trump is the puppet on the string, but
no. But basically, obviously, I don't even think, to be honest, I'm going to touch this part. I don't even think the Democrat lose the fight. I think they rigged the system.
Me not know about that part, sir. Me not know about the American system being rigged. That is your opinion. All right. All right. Thank you for the perspective. The man same think them all rigged the system. Oh, somebody is saying somebody said, Andre, the only reason why Elon Musk is against USAID is because they helped to dismantle apartheid in South Africa. Oh, never thought of that perspective. Hello, good night. Somebody's saying that, I saw somebody in the comments are saying, majority of my students here only want to focus on the politics in Jamaica. Let me say this to you. I am not limited to discussing only politics in Jamaica, because the politics of the region, the politics of America, the politics across the globe affects the politics here in Jamaica. So when you are limited to say you want to discuss Jamaica Ray politics, every day you don't just get up on stage and talk about Ray and Tay and this and that. No, we have to edify the politics. The politics of America affects the politics of Jamaica. And if you can't appreciate that, you can't appreciate that, you know. And that is why someone, I remember what the caller said last week, say, him like when I say that they not affect we. You remember that argument there? And I was like,
Really?
Sir, really? You have to understand, the world is an ecosystem. It is interconnected. And because it is interconnected, if you sneeze at America, it affects Jamaica. Because Jamaica is America. Jamaica is America's major trading partner. So whatsoever is happening like now, as you see President Trump today backed off on Canada and he backed off on Mexico and said 30 days because Mexico and Canada decided that they are going to put 10,000 troops on the border so as to alleviate the immigrants from coming in the United States. But President Trump knew he had to back up because when he saw what Canada did, he was like backside. Because many of you are not aware that already the Canadian people removed even the liquors, the American liquors off the shelves of Canada. You never see it. There are pictures already of the Canadians, and I never know the Canadians being so unified.
What can go so?
And I was like, wow, the Canadian people doing that, but Jamaica, if you look on Jamaica people and say to them, say, we have to stand up against this bread price. Them still buy the bread, you know. Yeah, me can't afford it, so me I buy it. But your sister can't afford it. Them not care. But the Canadian people, I literally like the kind of synergy and energy that I saw coming out of Canada. How they rallied together. You didn't see the pictures of the people on the shelves, and I said to myself, wow, this is so impressive. I hear that them even said they would have attempt to shut down even Starlink. But also Jamaica, with what is happening now and Justin Trudeau standing up to President Trump, it might be that Justin Trudeau can get back the people of Canada, you know. And I am saying, if Justin Trudeau stand up to the man who they call bully, the Canadian people will say yes. Doug Ford standing up to him as well. Doug Ford standing up to him as well, Jamaica. You never see that. And I'm saying, wow, if Jamaica could do that. And surprisingly, the president of Mexico, that little woman there, Jamaica, I can't believe that the Mexican president. But you know, it is a clear indication. Is a clear indication that if people stand together on foreign policy, if people stand together on directives and government to protect their interests as a people. It will work. And as you realize, when Marco Rubio went down to Panama Canal, the Panamanian president is already saying that he's removing himself from the China board. Is what is something called? There is something where Panama has an initiative with China, and the Panamanian government is saying that they're going to remove themselves from the deal. But Jamaica can tell you, listen, you don't understand the part. I'm sorry. Yeah, me I spend too much time on Trump. If you don't want to hear about Trump, you don't go over, go listen to the rest of Baga program. Then we'll talk about the whole heap. Hey, Andrew this, Andrew that. We have to understand that whatsoever happens in the Panama Canal significantly affects our wharf. You never know that. Of course. The Belt and Road Initiative, the China Belt and Road Initiative, so limited that every day you come over here, you don't want to talk about politics. Listen, Andrew is history. Me deal with Andrew enough. So if me not company him, me not deal with him one night, man. Let us edify ourselves so that when we're going to talk about family and domestic policies, As a student of international relations, it is my passion, Jamaica. That's why we can't come out of the situation that we are in. I'm sorry the producer can't find a picture of how important the initiative with Panama and the US is going to affect Jamaica. Do you know how much ships come through the Panama Canal to come at our wharves each week? It's a serious geopolitical warfare that is about to happen, and you people go and look at me and tell me about no one come discuss Jamaica really filthy politics. That is not edifying or uplifting to our country and our people. Up you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. Every day no one hear the dirty gutter politics in this country. I despise limited reasoning. I appreciate Jamaica. If you can look at the, I wish somebody could find that picture of how the Panama Canal, just look, Jamaica, at the Caribbean region, the Caribbean Sea, and how all of that, and then ask yourself, what implications this have on the Jamaican economy? What implication does this have on our trading partners and our trading routes? Think about that tonight. Think about that tonight when you dream. Say, my God, what if the president of Panama decides to side with China? We are in the middle. US is up north. We are literally in the middle. See Panama down here, so our US. Who comes directly involved in that kind of pasa or in that kind of debacle? So when I am saying Jamaica, if Panama decides to side with China, do you know how important the wharf in Jamaica is? And I expect, Courtney, here is how I'm going to done the show tonight. If it is that the Belt and Road Initiative in Panama, President Trump is saying that has to stop. So that means that the next trip going to be Jamaica. Why Jamaica, Courtney? Who has significant shares in the Jamaica wharf? You know, who have significant shares in a Jamaica wharf? So if Trump is saying that he no want China in the Panama Canal, wanna see where I'm going tonight? If Trump is saying he doesn't want the Chinese in Panama Canal, can you imagine Jamaica? Can you imagine the next meeting? When Marco Rubio, remember when the last time a Secretary of State came here, you know, what were the implications? No, hey! The last time came here, you know, Jamaica. The last time another Secretary of State came here, you remember the global positioning, how the Prime Minister to talk about. Who do not remember? So when I talk these things, and I'm very excited to talk about these things because geopolitics is important. And as I said to you, Jamaica, one of these days, I am really going to teach you geography and geography with politics. and politics with geography, and geography with policy, and geography with foreign policy. So when you think about those perspectives, Jamaica, ask yourselves, could Jamaica be the next trip in the Americas that the Secretary of State attends? And when he comes, or should he come to Jamaica, or should the Prime Minister and the Foreign Affairs Minister head to Washington? Ask yourself, what will be the directive of the Secretary of State, or what will be the directive of the President of the United States? When you do that, Jamaica, you say backside. We are in Jamaica. We will have to make a decision, you know, which side you take. We will just as I'm point to the American, the Panamanian president. Just imagine the kind of point. And remember, Jamaica Prime Minister and the foreign policy of Jamaica under the 9 years of this leadership has never been steadfast. It has only been transactional. Let me repeat. The government of this country under this man's leadership for the past 9 years has never given a policy to say this is the foreign policy. It has always been transactional. And I say that to say tonight, as I end this program, tonight, Jamaica, ask yourself this question. Could Marco Rubio be coming to Jamaica next? And when he comes, what will be the outcome? Until then, Jamaica, see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. for Midday Connections. My name is Andre Stevens, signing out from PD TV News, Jamaica. Good night, good night, good night.